Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today's class is a level 2 60-minute hip opening Vinyasa flow class designed to open and warm the full circumference of your hips through movement and breath. I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for joining. Namaste. And begin your practice standing today at the top edge of your mat, just placing your feet hip distance apart and rooting down through all four corners of your feet, lightly engaging your leg muscles, lifting the hip points and extending elegantly long through your spine to the very crown of your head, hands to your heart center. And just very lightly nod the chin in toward your chest, let the eyes shut down. Take a few deep breaths in and out. As you start, lengthening your exhale a little longer than what you're normally accustomed to allow you to settle in. Breathing full and wide into your torso. And taking one more smooth breath in and out. And gently blinking the eyes open. And we'll begin our practice with 2 half forward folds. Deep breath in, reach your arms overhead. Send the gaze up. Exhale, deep bend in the knees as you forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana. On your inhale, slide the hands to your shins, find your flat back, straight legs, extend through your spine. Exhale and forward fold. Rise on your in-breath, anchoring into your feet to lift tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Another round just like that, connecting with your breath, your arms sweep overhead on your in-breath. And forward fold on your out-breath. Letting your in-breath lift you halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Stand tall on your inhale, reaching your arms overhead, send the gaze up, press the palms, and exhale, hands to your heart. So just start to move slow, an unhurried pace. Nice deep breath in, sweep the arms overhead, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, take your fingertips down and lunge your right leg back and bring your right knee to the floor for lizard pose. Shift your hands to the inside of your left foot and walk your left foot out over into the left lane. And just check your left knees over your ankle and you've got a diagonal line from your right hip point down to your right knee. And then just explore a little bit of movement here, perhaps rocking forward and back, or side to side. And just gently coaxing the hips to open as we begin our practice. There's no rush, no hurry, no urgency. And from here we'll move into the diagonal half splits. So just walking your hands back to support you and work towards straightening your left leg. Curling all 5 toes on your left foot toward the ceiling and engaging your quad muscles above your left kneecap. Keep your heart and chest reaching forward. And then roll forward onto the sole of your left foot. And keep the left foot over in the left lane there. Balance on your right hand. Take the left hand to the inner left knee. And gently encourage your left knee to open out to the left side, opening up through the inner groin. And one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk your left foot back, reframe your foot and step forward, bringing your feet hip distance apart. On your inhale, come up halfway, slide your hands to your shins, so give yourself lots of space there. And as you exhale, fingertips down, lunge your left foot back, left knee to the floor, lizard on this right side, hands on the inside of your right foot over in the right lane. And finding a comfortable position for your hands so you can stay open and keep the lungs available through the chest. I'm experimenting with a little bit of movement here, just swaying the hips and perhaps rocking back and forth. Noticing any areas of congestion and the parts of your body where you feel open and spacious. Starting to really tune into your body and your breath. And from here, we'll just shift our hips back and move into the diagonal splits. Walk your hands back so you can balance on your hands as you work towards straightening your right leg. Really curl your right toes back toward your kneecap. And engaging through your right quads, just to help support that stretch through the back of your hamstrings. And then gently roll forward onto the sole of your right foot. Keep the right foot over in the right lane. Left hand down on the floor and right hand to the inside of your right knee. Gently encourage the right knee open. The inner thigh to gently stretch. A little bit of movement and motion, rhythm if it feels good. And then go ahead, reframe your right foot and we'll step quietly back to downward facing dog. Pause here for a few moments. Pedal out through your heels. And really spread through your fingers so you feel like you're dropping anchors into your hands. Long and strong through your arms. Nice soft energy around the back of your neck. Move yourself towards stillness and connect with your breath, deeply breathing in and slow breath out. Breathe in, looking forward between the thumbs. Exhaling, bend the knees and walk yourself forward to the top edge of the mat. Toes step together. On your inhale, coming up halfway. On your exhale, forward fold, soft bend in the knees as you go. Rise all the way to stand, stand tall, arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And we'll begin our practice with 4 rounds of Surya Namaskar C. Anytime you need to do less or take rest, just shifting back into downward facing dog or child's pose. Join back in the flow whenever you're ready. Deep breath in, sweep the arms overhead. On your exhale, forward fold, hinging from your hips, dropping your head. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fingertips down, right leg lunging back, right knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, take the hands to the floor and quietly step back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, shift forward, high push-up. On your exhale, first round, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Stretch all 10 toes back and make your way into a low cobra and just pause for a couple of breaths. First back bend of the class, try and use your core strength to lift rather than really pressing into your hands, keeping that even uniform arch through the spine. On your exhale, lower down toward the floor, roll back up onto all fours, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Stepping your toes together at the back of your mat, raise your right leg up and back to the height of your hips. On your exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Help it along if it doesn't quite make it there. Left knee to the floor. Reach the arms when you're steady as you breathe in. Might like to lean the hips lightly forward. And then you exhale, hands to the floor, stepping forward. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward. And exhale, forward fold over the legs. Rise to stand on your in-breath. Settle your hands to your heart on your out-breath. Left side now, arms sweep up and overhead, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. We'll move one movement, one breath. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Step your left foot back, left knee to the floor. Press down through your front heel, reach the arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back, downward facing dog. On your in-breath, ripple forward to a high push-up. On your out-breath, either knees, chest, chin, or a full push-up, chaturanga. Coming up a little bit higher in your back bend, staying comfortable in your lumbar spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Quietly step the toes together at the back of your mat, left leg rising as you breathe in. Left foot forward in between your hands, right knee to the floor now. Reach the arms when you're steady, when you're ready. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Rise on your in-breath. Hands to your heart on your out-breath. One more round, right and left, arms overhead, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, just warming up the hips, low back spine, halfway lift, breathe in. Step your right foot back, right knee to the floor, low lunge. Arms reach up, staying long through the side waist. Exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. High push-up on your in-breath. Chaturanga, low push-up on your out-breath. If you're feeling ready, an upward facing dog or return to your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll keep it rolling. Step your toes together, right leg rising on your in-breath. Right foot forward, left knee to the floor. Low lunge. Reach the arms. Hands to the floor. Stepping forward, bring the toes together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold, just finding that rhythm, cadence to your breath that supports your movement. Rise all the way to stand. Breathe in. Hands to your heart as you breathe out. Left side now, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Dive forward over your legs, firm belly, flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, heart forward. Exhale, fingertips down, left foot lunging back, left knee to the floor. Reach the arms, breathe in. Light engagement through your right glutes. Exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Just moving with your breath, high push-up as you breathe in. Low push-up as you breathe out, no rush. Upward facing dog or cobra. Savor your breath, collarbones wide. Downward facing dog on your out-breath. Toes together, left leg rising as you breathe in. Left foot forward, right knee to the floor, low lunge. Arms reach up, hips lean forward, breathe in. Hands to the floor, go ahead, step forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And forward fold, Uttanasana. Rise on your in-breath. And hands to your heart on your out-breath. Take an extra breath here, breathe in deeply. Exhale fully. And 2 rounds Surya Namaskar A now. Deep breath in, arms float overhead. And forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, step both feet back and find your high push-up, long and strong in your body. Keep the gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, lower to the floor or a hover, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, find a back bend that feels comfortable, spacious. Downward facing dog, here for 3 breaths. Dropping anchors into your hands, all the knuckles of your fingers. Stretching the floor away with your hands as the heels go heavy. Next breath in, gaze forward. Bend the knees, lightly step or float forward. Toes together, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, empty the lungs and fold. Root down through your feet, rise to stand, breathe in. Slow out breath, hands to your heart. One more round, just like that, arms overhead, breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Taking care of your back as you move, extend your spine now, halfway lift. Nice firm belly, plant the hands and step back, plank pose. Take an extra breath here, lightly squeezing the glutes together, then bring the heart forward, chest forward, lower into your low push-up. Upward dog or cobra, breathing in deeply, and exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Keeping that equal effort through the legs and the arms. Soft expression in your face. Reconnecting with your breath. And stepping the toes together now. Reach your right leg up and back into down dog splits and point your right toes, raising the right leg as high as you can. Gently bending the right knee and flipping your dog. So here we stay on both the hands and we squeeze our right heel in toward our left buttocks, pointing the right knee up toward the ceiling. So you can access a stretch down the front of your right thigh. Take a deep breath in and square off your hips so you come back to down dog splits. And as you exhale, take your right knee over to your right upper arm. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, cross-legged lunge in the air, right knee over to your left inner elbow. Inhale, down dog splits. Staying with your breath, core lunge right through the middle and hold there. So you dome your spine, press into your hands, reach back through your left heel. And then as you inhale, just lower your right knee to the floor. And on your exhale, draw the right knee in and up toward your chest, squeezing up through the belly. Lower the knee and exhale to lift. One more time, lower and lift. On your inhale now, drop the right knee to the floor. Keep it underneath your right hip. And now extend your left leg back and your right arm forward and find your balance. So just keeping your gaze softly down, pressing into your right shin and bringing your waist and hip points level with the floor. Squeezing in through the belly to support your low back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your left knee and reach your right hand back for your left toes. On your inhale, extend your arm and your leg forward and back. And on your exhale, tap back, right fingertips to your left toes. One more time, inhale and exhale. Inhale, extend. And on your exhale now, see if you can reach back, right hand to catch your left foot. Come into a half bow. And if you can't quite catch your foot, just move your hand and your foot in that direction with that intention and hold here. You're gently revolving and opening up through your right shoulder and you're pressing your foot into your hand. staying anchored on your left hand. On your inhale, extend your arm and your leg. On your exhale, take your right hand to the floor, tuck your right toes, and send your left leg up and back, down dog splits. Keeping the hips as level as you can feel them. And on your exhale, slowly lower your left foot down to the floor, returning to downward dog. On your in-breath, wave forward to a high push-up or take a vinyasa. On your exhale, low push-up. Upward dog or cobra, widen through the collarbones, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, we step our toes together back of the mat. Reach the left leg up and back. And as you reach your left leg up, point the left toes and raise the left leg as high as you can. Then bend the left knee, taking your left heel toward your right buttocks, opening up through the hip. So just see if you can point the left knee a little taller toward the ceiling. And stay strong through the shoulders, keeping the shoulder blades broad and open, shoulders level with the floor. Take a deep breath in, square off your hips, and as you exhale, take your left knee to your upper left arm, hug the belly in and up. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, cross-legged lunge in the air. You rock forward, shoulders are over the wrists, left knee in a right elbow. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, straight through the middle, knee in toward your chest, round your spine. And then on your inhale, just drop your left knee to the floor. And then exhale, squeeze in and up and lift it up toward your chest. Twice more. And lift. Lower. And lift, and then lower the left knee to the floor. Now place it underneath your hip. You're going to reach the left arm forward, your right leg back, turning your right toes toward the floor. So you stay fairly level through the hips and you're firm between your hip points. So you're not overarching through your low back. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, reach the left hand back. Bend the right knee and tap your right toes. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale. So nice slow movement so you can keep the hips level and your abs engaged. Reach back and tap. Reach forward and extend. This time as you reach back, see if you can catch a hold, if it's available to you. Catch a hold of your right foot and lightly press the right foot into your left hand. You might like to roll the left shoulder back in space. And find a gentle uniform arch through your spine, chest open, pressing down with everything you've got in contact with the mat. And inhale, return to your arm and leg extended. And then place the left hand down, tuck the left toes, send your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Really stretch out here, long through your arm bones. And then just slowly, slowly return your right foot to the floor, downward facing dog. We'll take a vinyasa. Inhale forward to a high pusher. Exhale, chest comes forward between the arms, low pusher. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pause and rest. We've got about 5 breaths here. And feel free at any time to take the knees to the floor if you need to do less. And spreading your fingers to their end range. Reaching through your arms. And turning your armpits to face the floor. Keeping that broadness in your upper back. And bringing the toes together at the back of your mat now. Reach your right leg up and back, down dog splits. On your exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands for high lunge. Right foot over in the right lane, left foot in the left lane. Taking your time to rise all the way up, arms reach up alongside your ears. And if you've got tighter shoulders here, just take your hands just a little wider, curling the little fingers in toward each other. And perhaps explore just a little bend in your left knee to balance out through the pelvis and feel steady. Always trying to balance that feeling of effortlessness, ease with steadiness. Holding your steady gaze, take a deep breath in and press your palms. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart center. Tipping forward over the front thigh and taking a twist. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh into reverse prayer twist. Or alternatively, if you'd like a more open twist, left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky, arms into a T. And keeping your left thigh lifting up and strong to hold you steady, pushing down through your right heel. And once you feel steady, give everything a little bit of space. See if you can widen your collarbones, draw a straight line elbow to elbow, and continue to breathe. Slowly, with control, return to your high lunge. Nice firm belly here. On your exhale, open out, warrior two. Arms level with the floor, torso upright and centered. Lunge your right leg toward a right angle there and point the eyes of your right kneecap forward. Keep your left leg super straight and strong, engaged. And then taking your hands to the back of your head, just slightly touching, inner elbows point back. So you keep your chest bright. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, hinge out and try and touch your right elbow for your right knee. Inhale, come back to center. And then straighten out through your right leg. We'll do that twice more. Re-lunge your right leg. Exhale, tip over. Lightly squeezing your obliques, right side waist. Bring the torso upright. Press down through both feet and straighten both legs. Once more, just like that. Warrior two legs, side bend. Torso upright. Two straight legs. Re-lunge your right leg now. Keep the eyes of the kneecap pointing forward. And then come over into your side bend. And then stay in your side bend. So nice firm belly here. Right knee tracking forward. And then raise your right heel. So you come onto your tippy toes and lower your right heel. So this will build some heat in the inner right thigh. Top of the right thigh. Just lifting and lowering. Just coordinating your movement with your breath. Next time you feel your heel lifted, hold it there. We're going to reach our arms out long toward the front of your room alongside your ears. So just notice if your belly button's pointing down or out, pointing out to the side of your room. And then from here, just simply pulse, stay with me. Rest coming up. Reaching forward, keeping the arms engaged. And then go ahead, land your heel, return to your warrior two, keeping that nice deep lunge in the right leg. Inhale, reverse your warrior, take the heat out now and straighten out through the right leg. And on your exhale, windmill the hands to the floor, stepping back, downward facing dog. And if you'd like to flow, taking a vinyasa here, or just pause and rest in downward facing dog. Moving through your high to low push-up, upward dog or cobra, downward facing dog. And second side, left side coming up, toes step together, left leg rising as you breathe in. Exhale, hug the belly in and up, step forward, high lunge. Rising up on your inhale, take a few moments to set your foundation, pushing down through your left heel, reaching back through your right heel. Deep breath in, press your palms. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Make your way into a twist. Right elbow can hook to the outside of your left thigh, or you can take your right hand to the floor, left hand to the ceiling. Finding a comfortable, spacious twist in your body, supported by your abdominal core. And try and direct your breath to where you feel like you've got some space in the torso, perhaps toward the upper ribs, the armpits, across your chest. Firm belly, returning to your high lunge. Move slow, really feel your feet as you rise up, reach the arms. And then open out to your warrior two. Torso upright, deep lunge in your left leg. Pinky toe side of your right foot firmly anchored on the floor. And taking your hands to the back of your head, we'll move through that cycle of side bends for our obliques and inner thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left elbow toward your left knee and squeezing the left side waist. Inhale, torso upright, and then straighten your left leg. Rebend the left knee. Side bend, shrinking the left side waist. Torso upright, and two straight legs. One more cycle. Lunge a little deeper if you can. Keep the feet in contact with the floor. Side bend. Bring yourself upright and then straighten the legs, really pressing into the feet. Rebend the front knee. Take your side bend and hold here. Belly button pointing out toward the long edge of your mat. And try and keep the left knee tracking forward rather than rolling in. And then from here we just simply lift and lower our left heel. And next time your left heel is lifted, hold it lifted there. Lunge a little bit deeper and reach your arms long alongside your ears. Stay with me, little pulse now. Nearly there. And return to your warrior two, landing your left heel, opening the arms out wide. On your in-breath, reverse your warrior, reach up and back and straighten out through your left leg as you go, really pushing into your feet, stretching out laterally. And then windmill both hands to the floor, stepping back, downward facing dog. You can take a flow here or take rest, your choice. Moving forward to a high push-up, coming onto the tippy toes, chest forward, low push-up. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here to reset, 5 to 8 breaths. Please feel free to take the knees to the floor. Nice way to reset is to really emphasize pushing all the air out of your lungs. Slightly longer out breath, and just let the in-breath flow in. Letting your jaw relax. Your heels go heavy as you breathe out. Feeling the warmth in your legs. Light bend in the knees here. Look forward between your hands and travel to the top edge of your mat, stepping your toes together. When you arrive, halfway lift and exhale, forward fold over your legs. Coming into chair pose, Utkatasana, everyone's favourite. Weight in your heels, reach the arms. So just get set here, trying to minimise the trough in your low back by firming your belly, lifting your chest. And you can also keep the back of your neck fairly neutral here, gazing down diagonally. So a little balance sequence. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, float your arms back, torso lightly forward and raise your heels so you're balancing on your toes. And then land your heels, reach your arms, return to chair pose. Nice firm belly as you move. We'll do that twice more. Arms float back, lift the heels, do your best to balance. Then land your heels, reach the arms. And once more, arms float back, heels lift. And then land your heels, come back to chair. We're going to balance now on our right foot. We're going to float the arms down and raise the left knee up toward your chest. And then from here, and maybe with the help of your hands, we'll come into a standing hip groin stretch, putting a bend in your right knee, taking the left ankle across the top of your right thigh, flexing at the toes. So you're going to make a little ledge with your right knee. And then sit your buttocks back, your weight into your right heel. And you can take your hands to your heart center, your hips, or anywhere that feels comfortable. You might even like to support your foot and your knee. You're aiming to send a deep stretch into your outer left buttocks. And then from here, we're going to transition into the standing splits, or half splits in my case. And take the fingers slowly to the floor, releasing your left leg up toward the ceiling. So your legs might make the shape of an L like mine, or you might be able to take the left leg a little higher, pointing the toes toward the ceiling. Another option here, if you are a little bit more flexible, is to take your right hand to the back of your right calf and tent the left fingers, drawing your chest, your nose toward your shin. Just pause for a couple of breaths. Your shape, calm breath. And then both hands to the floor. Left leg crosses behind your right leg. So you come to cross the legs and then wriggle the toes, boogie the feet a little so your little toes line up at the top edge of your mat. We'll take an easy forward fold. If your fingers are a long way off the floor, just cross your elbows, catch your elbows and fold forward. Otherwise, fingertips to the floor. And you might like to exaggerate that stretch in the outer hips by walking your fingers around to your right, or just swaying your elbows over to the right along with your torso. Just pause, take a few breaths, notice where you can feel the sensation in your body. And then just sway yourself back to center. Unfurl the legs and step the toes together, uncrossed at the top edge of your mat. From here, we bend our knees, come back to chair pose, second side. And then float the arms back, raise the heels on your out breath. Land the heels, reach the arms, chair pose. Lift the heels, arms float back and balance. One more time, just like that. And then return to your chair pose. We balance now on our left foot. So really slowly float the arms down, press into your left foot to raise the right knee up toward your chest. And then taking your standing hip groin stretch from here, you can use your hands to place your right ankle across the top of your left thigh, making a ledge with your left knee. It's going to be easier to balance and a more accessible shape if you send your buttocks back. And just balance that out by bringing the chest slightly forward and then lifting. Hands in any comfortable position here. And holding your steady gaze. And transitioning now into your standing splits, fingertips to the floor, release your right leg up toward the sky, pointing your right toes. Just finding a shape that feels accessible and available to you. And you might like to play with taking the left hand behind the left calf and just balancing on the tent of your right hand. And then coming into your cross-legged forward fold, right leg crossing behind the left leg. Shift the feet until your pinky toes line up. And either holding opposite elbows here, or an option to take the fingers to the floor. If the floor's not too far away, you can just sway the hips a little until you feel that outer hip stretch. You might like to walk your fingers around to the left side. Pause for a couple of breaths. And then gently unravel, step your toes together, top edge of the mat. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. On your exhale, a vinyasa, or simply quietly step back, downward facing dog. High to low push-up, upward facing dog or cobra. Long out breath, downward facing dog. Really spread your fingers here, perhaps taking a longer stride. Stretch out through the back seam of your body. Breathe smooth and deep. Just notice how you feel in the hips, through the back of your legs, the front of your legs. Now we've created a little bit of more warmth in those parts of your body. Bring your toes together at the back of your mat. Raise your right leg up and back as you breathe in, down dog splits. On your exhale, step your right foot forward, warrior two to transition. Land the feet, lift the torso, open the arms out wide. Lunge nice and deep through your right knee. On your inhale, reverse your warrior, straightening your right leg as you go. We'll set up for triangle pose, konasana. Hinging out over the midline of your right leg, taking your right hand to your shin, to your foot, maybe a bind, or to the floor if you're feeling a little bit more open. There's no need to overdo it. Just try and emphasize that opening across your chest through the reach of your arms, left hand to the sky. And also elongating through the sides of your waist so you don't feel wrinkled through the right side of your waist. It feels equally long. Legs stay strong, kneecaps lift the quads. Feet press down. And then taking your left hand to your left hip, send your gaze down to prepare for half moon. Balance on our right foot, a little bend in the right knee. Fingertips to the floor ahead of your right foot. Then just slowly float your left leg up. We're gently opening up the hips to our left. Left toes point toward the long edge of your mat. Make an L through the legs. And stay wide and open through the arms. Challenge your balance, perhaps taking the gaze up. Give everything a little length and space, and if you would like the option, you can come into chapasana here. Left hand catches your left foot, bending the left knee, taking that shape we did earlier on all fours, if it's available. Gaze is steady. Return to your half moon if you've been in chapasana. And everyone, eyes down, light bend in your right knee, hands down, downward facing dog. Ripple forward to your high push-up. Take a vinyasa here if you'd like to keep moving. Low push-up, upward dog or cobra. Just move at your own pace. Downward facing dog. Second side coming up. Your left side, toes step together, left leg rising as you breathe in. Left foot forward to warrior two as you breathe out. Rise on your in-breath. Find a long stride between your back heel, front heel. Activating the leg muscles. Lifting tall through the sides of the waist. The ribs lift up and out of the hips. Shoulders descend down. Inhale, reverse your warrior and straighten your left leg as you go, lifting the kneecaps. Exhale, prepare for your triangle, reaching out forward and then down, left hand to the floor, your foot or your shin, right hand to the sky. And then just feel your shape in space. Notice where you might be able to find a little bit more opening, a little bit more stability through the strength of your legs. Check in with the quality, texture of your breath. Preparing to balance, right hand to your right hip. Send your gaze down, light bend in the left knee, and come into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And try and keep your lifted leg engaged. If it's soggy here, you'll feel a lot heavier And you'll have less buoyancy, nice firm belly around your center of gravity. Chapasana, taking that bind if it's available to you. Bending at the right knee and catching a hold, right hand to right foot. Nice deep stretch through the front of the thigh. Do your best to balance, staying patient if you're wobbly. Back to your half moon, breathe in. Eyes down, light bend in your left knee, land the hands, take a vinyasa or downward facing dog in your own time with your breath. And just pause when you arrive in your downward dog. Just maintaining that whole body awareness. Noticing how your legs feel. Feeling your arms from your shoulders to your palms. Then breathe deeply. I'm going to step the toes together at the back of your mat. Reach your right leg up and back, down dog splits. As you exhale, take a cross-legged lunge in the air, right knee over to your inner left elbow, and then straighten your right leg and thread it all the way through, coming onto the pinky toe side of your right foot. And then from here, just slowly lower your right hip down to the floor. Untuck your left toes. And lower your torso down to the floor, coming onto your forearms. So it's a mild twist. If it feels too twisty, turn your torso to the left. If you'd like more sensation in your outer right hip here, take your right toes more toward the top edge of your mat. And just pause here. Flexing at the right toes. And just noticing the feeling tone of the shape in your body. Check in with your breath. And then from here, we're going to push up onto our hands. Listen closely. Not too complicated, but we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So as you press up onto your hands, rotate your torso to the left and come all the way up to sit. Straighten both your right and your left leg and point the toes toward the ceiling. Your legs are wide. Take your fingertips behind you and take a deep breath in. Lift tall through your spine. As you breathe out, tip your torso forward, keeping optimal posture in your upper body. You might like to walk your hands forward in between your legs, or you might like to stay on your fingertips and a little bit more elevated. Just encouraging yourself to tip forward on your sit bones, to firm the belly and press the back of your legs into the mat for your forward fold. Keep it comfortable. Keep your breath at ease. And then gently pressing back up. And we're going to rewind where we came from and make our way into a pigeon pose. So revolve now to your right. Take both hands to the mat. Stand into your hands so you can elevate your right knee up like a core lunge and slide the right knee over to the back of your right hand. Extend your left leg out behind you. Tent the fingers so you stay elevated and you can adjust your hips. Flexing at the right toes, making sure you've got a diagonal line from your right knee to your hip. And then either staying upright or walking forward onto your forearms. We're here for 5 breaths, pigeon pose. And then slowly making your way back up. And again, standing into your hands. So you can use your core strength to lift the right knee, give it some air, and then step back, downward facing dog. We'll skip a vinyasa here. Just pedal out through your heels, Let the back of your right knee breathe. And we'll switch over to the left side. Toes step together, left leg rising on your in-breath. Fallen triangle here, left knee, cross-legged lunge in the air and thread the left leg all the way through. Come onto the pinky toe side edge of your left foot, flexing your toes and sitting your left hip down to the floor. As your left hip descends, let your torso descend, come down onto the forearms. And then just adjust your shape so you're fully comfortable and not pulling on your low back in any uncomfortable way. And then if you need a little bit more sensation, not feeling much in the outer left hip, keep flexing the left toes and take the left foot a little further up toward the top edge of your mat, keeping the left leg straight there. Just pause for a couple of breaths. Nice stretch for the outer left hip, getting into the IT band area. And then we're going to transition into upavistha konasana, which is our wide-legged forward fold. We push ourselves back up and we revolve to the right. And we come to sit with our legs wide, toes flexed, fingertips behind us, deep breath in, lift the torso. And as you exhale, any forward fold that feels comfortable for you here. Just checking in with your posture in your upper body and the feeling and sensation that you can feel in the back of your legs. So any pulling up near the buttocks you need to avoid by just easing off. You want to feel the stretch through the inner thighs and through the back of your legs, between the knees and the buttocks and the belly of your hamstrings. And then pushing back up, we revolve back around to our left, pushing into your hands on the mat to lift the left knee, give it a little bit of air, and then swing it over to the back of your left hand to set up for pigeon pose, right leg extended out behind you. And while you're on your fingertips, try and either look down at your hips or just feel for your hip points being fairly level toward the top edge of your mat. Allow your left buttocks to descend down, flexing your left toes and keeping that integrity through your knee, comfort through your knee. Take a few breaths here. You can recline down, forward, or stay a little bit more upright. And one more smooth breath in and out. And then just walking your hands back. And this time we're going to sit down on our left buttocks and sweep the right leg around to the front of the room. Crossing your right shin in front of your left shin, flexing at the toes and preparing for a forward fold. So if you are a little bit more flexible and you're familiar with double pigeon, stacking your right shin on top of your left shin, narrowing the knees. And take a deep breath in here, reach the arms up overhead alongside your ears. And as you exhale, forward fold. You're trying to avoid any pulling on your low back and just noticing where your end range is. Just staying comfortable in your body, easy in your breath. Might be able to creep the fingers just a little farther forward as you relax and empty your weight into your hips, letting go of any gripping. And then walk your hands back toward you. And we'll recross the legs here. Your left shin now in front, crossing right in the middle of the shins, or double pigeon, firelog pose, left shin on top of the right shin, narrowing the knees. Once you're set up, there's no rush. Reach the arms, breathe in, and then a forward fold, walking the hands any amount forward to bow over your legs. Try and keep the sit bones anchored there. Nice comfortable feeling in your lumbar spine. And then just slowly making your way back upright. And we have 5 minutes of class left, and you may like to sit quietly to meditate, or you can transition here into Savasana. And if it's cooler in your part of the world, you might like a few extra layers, any extra props to make yourself completely comfortable before you rest back, just grabbing them now. And if you are lying back, just laying yourself symmetrically down, so your arms and legs fall away from the midline of your body equally. Crown of your head's in line, the back of your pelvis. Just turning your palms to face up. Letting your feet fall out to the sides. Wriggle out any restlessness from your body. And then just land your eyes closed. Relax all your effort. Feeling the corners of your eyes soften, your jaw relax. And feel that relaxation moving down across the collarbones to your shoulders. And from your shoulders down the arms to the palms, your fingers. Softening the space around your heart center. Your belly. Letting your back body just melt into the support of the floor. Feel now your hips, your pelvis and your buttocks relax. Letting the larger muscles of your legs let go of their effort. And trace your awareness all the way down to your heels, the edge of your toes. And let your whole body rest. And then gently, gently drawing your awareness back. Breathing a full body breath from your toes to the crown of your head, gently waking up. And bring a little bit of movement to your hands and your feet. Bending the knees if you're laying back there, taking your feet to the floor. And softly roll to your right side. Take a few moments there to let your eyes adjust to the light in your room. And slowly drag yourself all the way back up to sit. Namaste, yogis.